we've had leases that we inherit, whether it's multi-tenant or single tenant, and we look at it and we get in a situation where we look at the lease and we look at the tenant and we say, okay, why is the tenant here? What's the future? If they leave, what do we do to backfill it? What's the downside? And so we always look at the downside. That's the first thing out of our eyes is, okay, what's the downside? And long story short, it's just what you have to do. That's where the real estate experience comes in for your investors. That's where all the gray matter and all the war stories and how you deal with things. Because at the end of the day, commercial real estate, and it doesn't matter what anyone tells you, it's all about the ability to hold. How do you hold the property through recessions? How do you hold the property through lease renewals? How do you hold the property through problems, different environments economically, different administrations in our government? You name it, there's all different reasons why properties can be challenged, and you have to have the ability to hold. And looking at the real estate fundamentals, looking at what's your market rent, how am I buying the property, what's my tenant, what's my lease look like. So when you take on an existing lease that you don't create, you have to factor in all these factors. What's market rent right now? I'm buying this. What do the options look like? It goes to fair market value and my rent's $5 a square foot above market going in the transaction. Well, am I putting more risk when I have to renew if it goes to fair market value? Or some of the leases say 95% of fair market value. So now you're really rolling the dice. So these are all the factors that we look at. It's a lot more challenging to buy a property with an existing lease that you're going to assign and assume at closing than doing a sale leaseback. That's part of the challenge when you do exist. And really a lot of people don't always feel comfortable buying a property with an existing lease because of those variables.